I've been traveling solo for nearly 5 years, and if there is one thing I have learned, it is that there is no end to travel mistakes. Some are funny, some are expensive, and some are you really wish someone had warned you or told you about that earlier. Hi, I am Pragya. Welcome to my channel Khao Local Ghumo Global, where we explore new ways of living through travel, food and local stories. In this video, I have collected the top 10 mistakes first time international solo travelers make. So before you tick off your first solo trip of 2026, you must know what not to do. Mistake number 1, ignoring updated visa, entry documents and passport rules. One of the biggest mistakes first-time international travelers make is assuming that visa-free or visa on arrival means zero paperwork. It does not. There's a lot of noise around easy destinations from India to Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, Laos and now even the Philippines. But even when visas are simplified, there's almost always some mandatory form you need to fill out before boarding your flight, online or offline. People ignore this, realize it at the airport. Suddenly the trip starts with stress instead of excitement. For example, the Philippines has mandatory e-travel form and Thailand often asks for proof of funds. Rules change and airlines follow the latest update, not what you saw on Instagram 3 months ago. Always recheck entry requirements in advance before your flight. Missing one document can delay or even stop your journey before it begins. Mistake number 2, overpacking and ignoring airline carry-on rules. Another very common mistake is falling for the cheapest flight tickets without checking what it actually includes. When I flew to Indonesia on VJet airline, I thought I had booked a great deal. But at the check-in counter, I was asked to pay around rupees 3,700 extra because my ticket did not include any check-in baggage. I had two options, either pay or fly without your bag. Many airlines shows low prices but exclude luggage cost, especially labeled budget airlines. And here is another one. People mess up all the time. At Singapore airport, I proudly carried 12 kg in my cabin bag, but I was stopped at the security. Bottles over 100 ml are not allowed in carry-on. No matter how little liquid is inside, quantity doesn't matter. Size does. Baggage allowance and liquid rules before flying. Overpacking does not just cost money, it costs time, energy and peace. Number 3, poor budgeting based on social media trips. One of the dangerous mistakes travelers make is planning their entire budget based on social media videos. Explore Europe in 50,000 rupees, Thailand under 20,000 rupees, free flights to Spain. Kahan mil raha hai ye sab? This is the darker side of short-term content, a 3-second hook without full context. Some of these trips can be possible, but usually when you are an advanced traveler who understands hacks, flexibility and trade-offs. The problem is booking a trip based on a 30-40 second video without knowing the basics. What was the trip duration? What currency conversion was used? What was included? Flight, stay, food, transport? What season was it? You cannot copy paste someone else's budget 100%. Everyone travels differently. Use social media budget as reference, not reality, and always keep 20-30% extra for unexpected costs. Mistake number 4, relying only on airport currency exchange. Airport currency exchanges exist for a reason. Emergency, last-minute rule changes, or you genuinely have no other options. And yes, they can help in those situations. Airport exchanges rates are almost always higher with poor conversion and extra fees. What I personally do is exchange local currency in my home city. I also carry some USD, which is widely accepted and easy to exchange later if I need more local cash. I did something like this in Coron, Philippines when I was short of local cash, so I exchanged USD to PHP locally. Use airport exchanges only as a backup. Mistake number 5, overscheduling every day with unrealistic itineraries. Another very common mistake is trying to follow a perfect itinerary without considering your own limits. Jet lag, flight delays, weather changes, and pure exhaustions are real, and travel needs flexibility. You might do all the research, watch all the videos, and download a 4-day Manali itinerary or a 7-day Sri Lanka plan. That part is fine. The problem starts when day one itself felt packed so tightly that you are already tired before the trip has begun. You know your arrival time, you know your travel style, you know your purpose. You are not traveling to burn out, you are traveling for a change, for fun and for mental space. Most online itineraries comes with hidden disclaimers. This works only if you wake up early, move fast, skip rest or rush through places. Use itinerary as a reference, not a rule. Don't copy paste plan 100%. Mistake number 6. Assuming your domestic card will work everywhere. Loading money into debit or credit card and assuming they will work everywhere, abroad or even back home while traveling. Nope, that's not true, my friend. In reality, cards don't always work when you need them. The most small shops, local markets, taxis, and even some public transport system often don't accept cards at all. I remember my first time in Bangkok, I was clearly told not to use a card in local markets to avoid cyber fraud and card skimming scams. Always carry local cash and have a backup option. Cards are useful, but they should never be your only plan. Mistake number 7. Relying only on Wi-Fi instead of getting a local SIM or eSIM. Connecting to random public Wi-Fi networks, unknown spots, sometimes can be risky. You are often exposing your phone, personal data, and even banking apps without realizing it. Most importantly, the moment you step out of your hostel or hotel, you need the internet for maps, transport, booking, and confidence. Being connected helps you move independently and also ensures that someone back home can reach you if needed. I usually buy a local SIM from the store, not from the airport. It's often 5 times cheaper. I personally haven't used an eSIM yet, but I do believe that is the future. It's slightly more expensive, but you are paying for the convenience. Don't depend only on Wi-Fi. Having mobile data is not a luxury, it is a safety tool. Mistake number 8. Not understanding when to book online versus offline. A lot of tourist activities are 3 to 4 times more expensive. Transport bookings can be 2 to 3 times higher, and pre-booked tours packages are sometimes 4 to 5% more expensive than doing it yourself on the ground. Online bookings are not wrong, they are convenient, but convenience comes at a cost. And for me, these inflated prices don't always make sense. I have time, I know I can manage something on my own. I prefer booking offline. You get to speak to the company directly, understand what's included, and the best part, parking. Use online bookings mainly for emergencies or peak seasons. Mistake number 9. Being unaware of local customs and laws. One mistake can get you in serious trouble. Sometimes without bad intention is not understanding local rules and customs. In Dubai, once I tried taking a shortcut and accidentally started walking on a tram track. From far away, people started screaming, "Don't go from there, there's a fine." And let me tell you, जो भागी हूँ मैं स्पीड में वहाँ से, that mistake could have cost me heavily. Also in Barcelona, on my very first international trip, I almost got hit by the car while crossing the road because I did not understand how pedestrian crossing worked there. That was completely on me. Dress code was never an issue for me in the temple, but it became one in the Philippines when I wore a bikini top and shorts to an underground cave in Princess Puerta. It was not appropriate for that space. What feels normal to you might be illegal, unsafe, or disrespectful somewhere else. Small mistakes can quickly become big problems, so always understand local rules before you explore. Mistake number 10. Ignoring your instincts and basic personal safety. This shows up in small ways: geotagging your exact location in real time, not keeping track of your belongings, or unintentionally making yourself a target by oversharing or getting distracted. It also includes planning arrival late at night in a completely new city or country without a clear plan, or isolating yourself too much and then blaming solo travel for feeling unsafe or lonely. Your instinct is your first safety tool. If something feels off, it probably is. Solo travel doesn't mean being careless or proving bravery. It means being aware, prepared and kind to yourself. So trust your gut, stay alert and travel smart. If you are planning your first international trip, I hope this video helps you start smarter and with a little more confidence. Travel mistakes don't mean you are doing it wrong. Mistakes will happen and that is okay. What matter is learning and moving forward. Honestly, even on my next international trip, my 8th country, I know I will make a mistake, but I want to make sure it does not cost me heavy money, safety or time. If this makes any sense, share it with someone planning their first trip. Let me know in the comment which mistakes surprised you the most. I have tagged my international travel playlist with this video in case you want to explore more. If you have any questions or suggestions, do write to me in the comment section, or also you can reach out to me on my Instagram handle. It's called Khao Local Ghumo Global. This is me, Pragya Sharma, exploring new ways of living, signing off. You see me in my next release. Until then, travel safely, stay curious and explore the world with care. Bye. Namaste.